True leadership requires stepping beyond what's comfortable into what's transformational. Hi, I'm Julia, Head of Marketing here at Breakthrough Global, and welcome to our next Insight Short. Today we are talking about the topic every leader must confront: unconscious bias. Unconscious bias is the automatic associations we make about each other, typically based on race, gender, background, and other characteristics. And a lot of this exists at the subconscious level, and so while we think we are being objective, in reality we might not be. This isn't a theoretical concern. Unconscious bias has real, tangible impacts on team dynamics, decision-making, and ultimately, your bottom line. Alarmingly, over 1/3 of UK adults reported experiencing or witnessing bias in their workplace in 2024. The challenge is, it can often go unrecognized and undisputed until it's too late. It creates invisible barriers to inclusion in hiring, promotions, and everyday interactions. Even at the highest levels, unconscious bias exists. Indra Nooyi, former CEO of PepsiCo, has openly discussed how she had to work twice as hard to be seen as a leader in a male-dominated industry. So how can you recognize and turn this challenge into a leadership breakthrough? Here are 3 key tips to help you transform unconscious bias into an opportunity for growth and innovation. Tip 1. Start with data. Drive insights, not assumptions. Unconscious bias operates under the surface, making it difficult to address without tangible evidence. And as leaders, we usually can't improve what we don't measure. That's why data is essential. Start by gathering data on unconscious bias within your organization. This allows you to identify patterns that may otherwise go unnoticed and, more importantly, to take proactive action. A recent Skillcast survey found that 39% of employees in the UK attributes the bias they've experienced or witnessed to senior management. Conducting regular audits of your hiring practices, promotion systems, and performance reviews is a good place to start. Indra has highlighted how biases, whether in meetings, negotiations, or promotions, impact women and minorities in the corporate world. So ask yourself some critical questions. Are certain groups consistently overlooked for leadership opportunities? Are there differences in how employees are evaluated for similar work? Is our culture fostering a genuine feedback culture? Or are blind spots going unchecked? It is important to emphasize that this isn't about pointing fingers. It's about creating awareness and taking data-driven action. With clear data, you can create structured decision-making frameworks that help mitigate biases in every step of your organizational processes. By shining a light on the subconscious, you make inclusion a more tangible, measurable goal. Tip 2. Harness diverse perspectives. Unconscious bias often narrows our perspective and limits our ability to see beyond our own experiences. As leaders, we must operate with full-on focus to actively seek out, embrace, and leverage diverse viewpoints. Surrounding yourself with people who think just like you creates an echo chamber, not an innovation hub. Encourage your teams to challenge assumptions and bring breakthrough thinking into discussions. Strategic alignment happens when leaders integrate diverse thinking into decision-making. This means that every major initiative, project, and leadership conversation includes voices that bring new perspectives, challenge status quo, and unlock unseen opportunities. True leadership requires stepping beyond what's comfortable into what's transformational. Tip 3. Turn unconscious bias into a leadership development opportunity. Confronting your biases is never a comfortable exercise. It requires self-reflection, vulnerability, and commitment from all levels of the organization. But that discomfort is where a breakthrough happens. Instead of seeing unconscious bias as a roadblock, view it as an opportunity for leadership transformation. Reframe unconscious bias training as a developmental tool, something that challenges your thinking and helps you grow rather than simply ticking a box. Here's how. Actively questioning your decision-making processes shifts your attitude from being in a guess-all state to one of intentionality. Transform breakdowns into breakthroughs when bias surfaces and use it as a tool for organizational growth. Build a healthy feedback culture by creating an environment where feedback is welcomed and actioned. Remember, leadership isn't about perfection. It's about continuous evolution. Unconscious bias may be hidden, but its effects ripple across culture, performance, and business outcomes. Leaders who commit to addressing it head-on set the stage for long-term success, innovation, and transformation. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more leadership insights. We'll see you next time.